start the meeting of the Elmwood Park Public Library Board of Trustees for August 10th, 2026. Since our secretary is out tonight, do I have a motion to allow trustee Belendis to act as secretary for the remainder of the meeting?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by SK, seconded by trustee Segura. All those in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right. Acting secretary, will you please take the roll?
Trustee Belendis here. Trustee Santangelo absent. Trustee Monahan.
Here.
Trustee Narayan. Here. Trustee Pasco.
Here.
Trustee Segura.
Here.
Trustee Pasco.
Here.
Report.
All right, will you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? The Pledge of Allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Our account balances for this date are, actually, I don't have the account balances. Do you have the account balances?
Account balance, yeah.
It's not on my copy. Here. Account balances, total cash on hand is $331,230 for fiscal year 2026-2027. Expenditures to date are $650,237. On our consent agenda tonight are the approval of the July 13th, 2026 board meeting minutes, the approval of payroll for July 2026, the approval of medical insurance for July 2026, the acknowledgement of the treasurer's report, and the approval of the IMRF payment for July 2026, along with, for July 2026, the general fund disbursements. Do I have a motion to accept the consent agenda on our agenda tonight? So moved by trustee Fosco. Do I have a second? Second trustee Monahan. Any discussion on what's in the consent agenda? All right. Acting secretary, will you please call the question?
Trustee Belendis, yes. Trustee Santangelo absent. Trustee Monahan.
Yes.
Trustee Narayan. Yes. Trustee Pasco.
Yes.
Trustee Segura.
Yes.
Trustee Pasco.
Yes. All right, board correspondence and public communications. We had a FOIA request from Kevin Gastola, editor of the Elmwood Park Advocate. That was in your library board packet on July 15th, from July 15th. The library identifies all correspondence to the board by sender, every correspondent without exception. This reflects our commitment to operating openly as a public body. Any public comment tonight? I don't think there's anybody on the list, is there?
No, Mr. President.
All right, thank you. We'll move on to the director's report.
In your board packet, I have a month, and there's various analysis in there, and I recommend you read it. If you have any questions, forward to me. Outside of that, today I received a letter that I'm just going to summarize real quickly. A resident has been here for a couple months, coming up basically every day, and he found a job in Texas. He complimented John, Sarah, Marta, Kent, Mariana, and Mary for all their help in the adult services section. So I wish, his name is Bono Casillas, and I wish him well. That's what I have.
All right. Building committee with the chair, trustee Santangelo out. Is there any update you want to give? You?
Oh, yeah, the only update is you see we're right on schedule for the renovation to begin on August 29th.
Awesome. Trustee Segura, BGPP, bylaws, goals, policy, personnel. Any update?
No updates today.
All right. Trustee Belendis, any update from the finance committee?
I don't have anything new to report other than what we have in the packet from the documents.
Awesome. For new business, let's move on to new business. Do I have a motion to approve the library's request to the Village of Elmwood Park pursuant to the intergovernmental agreement dated December 8th, 2025 for an advance of $237,915 to cover library operating costs for September 2026, and to authorize the board president and secretary to execute and submit the request?
So moved.
Moved by trustee Segura. A second?
I'll second.
Second by trustee Narayan. Any discussion on that? So this is our operating funds to start operating in the month of September. All right, Madam Secretary, will you call the question?
Trustee Belendis, yes. Trustee Monahan.
Yes.
Trustee Narayan? Trustee Pasco?
Yes.
Trustee Segura?
Yes.
Trustee Pesco?
Abstain.
Motion carries.
All right, there's another item on this for new business today, and I would like to briefly address the entire board and this entire room. I wasn't really sure I was going to be doing this until this very moment. To my fellow trustees and to our library staff and to the residents of Elmwood Park who have trusted me with this responsibility, I thank you. Over the past couple of years, I've been dealing with some health challenges, and I've given a great deal of thought. As much as I live and breathe for this community, my family has to come first. Tonight, I'm submitting my resignation as a member of this board. This is not easy, but I leave knowing this library is in the best shape it's ever been and that this work will continue. I've lived in Elmwood Park for 33 years. My wife Gina and I raised our 2 kids here. They went through District 401 schools. I coach youth sports. I helped found the Elmwood Park Rush Football Organization and served on this board for most of that time. From 2001 to 2009 I started, then I returned in 2013 when the board asked me to fill a vacancy and spent a lot of that time as president ever since. That's a better part of 2 decades of my life. I didn't do any of that for a title, paycheck. Nobody on this board does. We do it because we live here. Our families live here. We care about this community and care that the community gets what it gets for its money. That's always been the standard I've held myself to and the standard I've tried to hold this board to. Elmwood Park is a community of working families. People work here hard for every dollar. When this library asks a household for a chair, that household deserves to know it's getting real value back. Not just a building that's open, but a library that's alive, growing, and meeting people where they actually are today. That was the vision this board committed to, and the results speak for themselves. When we hired Director Consiglio in November 2022, programs stood at around 480, and the annual attendance was shy of 10,000. Today, without a single full-time staff member increase, we're running over 1,200 programs and over 25,000 visitors to the library and those programs. That's around 150% increase in programs and about 170% increase in attendance. Not with more headcount, but with better leadership, including this board, and a staff that rose to meet the occasion along with a cooperative village. That's what it looks like when a library is run like the community investment it actually is. Many libraries across Illinois cost their communities far more and deliver far less. They've accepted the idea that credentials alone determine competence, that pieces of paper entitle someone to start at the top without proving they can do this job. This board rejected that idea. We made a deliberate choice to prioritize an operational leadership, financial discipline, and community outcomes. And the numbers were right. Some people will tell you this library needs to go back to a different way of doing things. They'll frame it as reform, accountability, professional standards, but I ask you to look at the scoreboard. We have delivered more to this community, more programs, more attendance, more value per dollar than this library has ever delivered. That didn't happen by accident. It happened because of this board. And this board had the courage to make a deliberate choice with the help of the village of Elmwood Park, and they stood behind that choice. People who oppose that choice have never been able to attack the results because results don't lie. So instead, they manufacture procedural complaints, file requests, show up at meetings to perform outrage for a handful of followers. That's not advocacy for this library, that's advocacy against it. Real advocates show up when things are good, too. Real advocates say, our library grew 167% in attendance, let's make sure that keeps going. We haven't heard that from some people, not once. I'll also say this. We used to have genuine debate on this board. Trustees with different perspectives, working through disagreements, they reach consensus. That's healthy governance. What's not healthy is when people join the board not to serve as community, but to serve as an agenda. To treat every trustee word as raw material to take out of context, which is why you have to read this. Be aware of people who loudly defend their own free speech while working to silence yours. Trusteeship is an unpaid elected responsibility, people who seek it for the right reasons. Because They put down roots here because they care about the neighbors they share a sidewalk with, they share kids' schools with, they're seniors in the same community events. Those are the people this community deserves on this board. Seek those people out, support them, know the difference between someone who is here to serve this community and someone who is here to use this board as a stepping stone to go somewhere else or to settle a score on behalf of somebody who doesn't even live here. Because Elmwood Park is a longtime home, not a resume line, not a stepping stone, but a home. People make decisions about this library should feel that in their bones, as I'm sure you do. Don't let recent noise drown out 2 decades of progress. Don't let anyone transform what we built here back into what it was. For all these reasons that you just heard me, the performance that we've done, et cetera, I'm recommending that the board consider as my replacement for the remainder of my term, Pat Ferran. Pat Ferran was born and raised here in Elmwood Park. He and his wife, Nicole, have deep roots in the community. He comes from blue-collar, working family roots and has spent his entire life earning what he has. He understands what it means when a public institution asks working families for their money. He will make sure this library continues to be worth every dollar it asks for. I trust him completely. I hope you guys will too. It's been an honor of a long community life to serve in this role. This library belongs to the 23,000 plus people who live here. And under this board's leadership, along with the Village of Elmwood Park, it has never served them better. Please, I implore you to keep that going. Thank you. Vice President, will you take over the meeting? You did great. Go ahead, Michael.
I can't top that speech. I just want to say a couple of things. I had a long one written out, but the important thing is, you know, in my prior career coming to the library, I was fortunate enough to work for lieutenant colonels who graduated from West Point that managed troops in Desert Storm. Leadership is a hard thing to find in people, and we were blessed to have Chris's leadership here for as many years from 2013 and prior. And just for a fact, in 2013, he beat my son-in-law for the position. So, but again, true leadership is rare, Chris. You're in this category, and you'll be truly missed. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael.
Do I have a motion to accept the resignation of trustee Pesco and declare a vacancy on the board? I got a motion by trustee Narayan. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
A second by trustee Bolundas. Any discussion? Madam Secretary, can you call, I'm sorry, correct?
Yeah.
Can you call the question?
Trustee Bondus, yes. Trustee Monahan?
Yes.
Trustee Narayan?
Yes.
Trustee Pasco?
Yes.
Trustee Sikora?
Yes.
Trustee,
That's it.
That's it.
motion carries.
Okay. Do I have a motion to enter executive session pursuant to 5 ILCS 120/2C3 for the
So moved.
discussion for the selection of persons to fill the vacancy of the Board of Trustees resulting in the resignation of trustee Pesco.
And also.
Yes. And also, do I have a motion to enter executive session pursuant to 5 ILCS 120/2C1 for the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance,
or dismissal of specific employees, specific individuals who serve as independent contractors in a park recreation or educational setting, or particular volunteers of the public body or legal counsel for the public body. Do I have a motion to adjourn to the executive session and return to open session?
So moved.
Sorry.
If I may clarify, the motion is to go into executive session to discuss filling a vacancy on the board and the employment, et cetera, of specific employees, as read by President Secura.
You have a motion.
I'll second.
Motion by trustee Pesco and seconded by trustees Belontis. Secretary, please call the roll.
Trustee Belundis, yes. Trustee Monahan?
Yes.
Trustee Narayan?
Yes.
Trustee Vasco?
Yes.
Trustee Segura?
Yes. To open session. Do I have a motion to appoint Patrick Ferran to fill the declared vacancy of trustee Pesco?
I'll make the motion.
Motioned by trustee Narayan,
I'll second.
seconded by trustee Belundis. Any discussion? No discussion. Secretary calls question.
Trustee Belundis, yes. Trustee Monahan?
No, and it's nothing personal, it's the process, not the person I'm voting against. Completely understand.
Trustee Narayan?
Yes.
Trustee Vasco?
Yes.
Trustee Segura?
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right.
Motion to adjourn. Or what you want to say, like?
Congratulations,
Thank you.
Mr. Ferran. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
By trustee Fosco and seconded by trustee Monahan. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay.
Nay.
We are adjourned.